What's going on, fellas? How the hell are you? This is Islander. Welcome back to the Newsroom, your source for robots, news, and rumors. All right, guys, today we got a little mini newsroom for you guys, all right? There was a developer's live stream earlier today, and I did pull out a few things that I did want to go over with you guys. There was much more to it, but I just pulled out some keynotes that I thought we should go over and break down, all right? So first off, all right, they had Adrian coming on today with the news with the developer stream, okay? And they were going to be giving away, I believe, 100 behemoths, all right? So you went in, put in your hashtag War Robots developers, your ID, your platform, all that good stuff, and you were eligible to win a behemoth, all right? So good luck to all of you guys that were out there, and you did post your information. I hope y'all score. I hope y'all get lucky, all right? But they were bringing Adrian today, all right? And Adrian did have a list of questions, and he was going to be asking the questions live, and they were going to answer them live. I thought that was a pretty neat touch, all right? Being able to have one of the most popular YouTubers on the show and having him ask them questions, and they were going to be put on the spot having to answer those questions right then and there. That was pretty neat. Thumbs up, all right? But there was a laundry load list of problems that they started going through in the developer stream, okay? Adrian was cutting out. He was able to get on, get off. There's just all kinds of technical difficulties. They had bad echoes. It was just, I don't know, there was just a bad setup. The Pixonic gods were not with the developer stream today, and they just had issues, okay? But some of the stuff that they did go over, right? And one of the very first questions that Adrian did bring up, and it was an excellent one, was the matchmaking, guys, all right? There's been issues with the matchmaking for about as long as there's been issues with the economy, all right? Maybe a little bit longer because matchmaking goes back a while. They brought up the issue, and apparently the developers are just as unhappy with the matchmaking as the players are, right? This comes down to, I mean, imagine if you got something going on and you constantly have a quadrillion players, hounding you about this certain issue, and it being the matchmaking, all right? Matchmaking is not fair. Matchmaking is an issue. You're running solo. You're constantly getting pitted against, champion players. If you're running in low master, it's not where you're supposed to be. Now, of course, and they did say it, and one part I will agree, you're only going to remember your bad matches. You're not going to remember the matches where you kicked ass. You're going to remember the ones where you got pitted against somebody else and you were at a disadvantage. Although in another match, you may have somebody else pitted at a disadvantage, and that's a very little concern, okay? But they are going to be working on it, okay? And one thing that I did come up with, and I was talking with a few subscribers, and this is an idea that one of the subscribers have. We have it based on league right now, okay? So if you're in Champion League, you got to play against champions. It all depends on your play style, how good are you, what is your win ratio, stuff like this. All kinds of calculations go into this. Before this, guys, it was pitted with the player strength, all right, as far as their hanger, their weapons, and what type of bots they had going on, or what type of setups they had going on, all right? And that's when players started messing around with their hangers and started running different little setups to try to throw the matchmaking off, trying to give themselves a little bit better advantage. Now, one of the players said if they could combine those two, all right, where you're champion, okay, or if you're low level, but you have a solid competitive hanger, which is a bunch of MK2 stuff, all right, and you don't belong down in Gold League, then you will get pulled up, all right, into the Masters and into the Champions, where you're going to be facing more of people that have the same caliber of weapons that you do. And we all know that tanking has been an issue for a very long time, okay? Tanking is just where, those of y'all that are new and don't know what tanking is where you intentionally drop to lower leagues, all right, so that you're not facing off against better competition. You don't want to be facing off against champions and masters that have the same caliber of gear that you do. They want to be playing against players that have a lower caliber of gear, thus giving them the strategical advantage, okay? Now, if they could somehow crisscross or combine these two, all right, where you have not just league, but based on the hanger strength as well, and it doesn't give the players in the game a very long delay time, I think that would work out pretty good. I thought it was a pretty good idea. So that's something I will be passing along, to the right set of ears, and we may just see that implemented into the game. All right. What's next, guys? The cross platforms. All right. And the cross platforms is something we have been talking about since the New Year's of last year. Okay, they brought it up, and it was in a feedback forum. All right, how would the players feel about a cross platform where the players from Android and the players from iOS, which are the two biggest platforms, would merge, all right, and we'd be able to take each other on, just like a lot of other games that go on right now have merged platforms, okay? But there's a whole lot of coding that goes into this, all right? There's a whole lot of issues, I guess, that we'd be having to merge the two platforms, and that is way beyond my technical spectrum, okay? I don't know anything about coding, and I have no idea about what types of problems those guys would be going through, if they had to do something like that. That's just crazy. I don't know how they would do it, but I just looking forward to them putting the right set of people on it and getting it done. There is nothing I would want more, all right, than to be able to play against the top players in iOS. Thus, this, I believe, would have a key, huge impact on the matchmaking, all right? A lot more players that are in Champion League, a lot more players that have decked out hangers, a lot more MK212, a lot more guys that have max last stands, and of course, that's what I want to be playing against. I'd like to see guys come out of the field that have the same type of equipment I got, that have the same type of setups that I got, thus playing, pitting us against skill versus skill, not versus, I'm going to run my MK212 against your level 7 hanger, and wow, let's wonder who's going to win that. Duh. It's not rocket science. Now, it is fun to see some of the lower level players come in, all right, and kick some serious ass up in Champion League where they should not be competitive at all, right? Or they should not be competitive at all, and they're in there and they're holding their own. They're putting the mustard on the hot dog and laying the smack down on everybody's candy ass. That includes my candy ass, all right? So props to you guys that come in for the fight, and you fight from the last bot, from the first bot to the last bot. You're not dumping games. 2 thumbs up to you guys. A lot of you know who you are, all right? I've seen a lot of you. What I need to start doing is start taking screenshots. My biggest problem lately has been I always forget to look, not just the player. I always look at the players, but I always forget to look at their hangers, okay? And that's something that a few of you guys have called me out on several times. I was able to do it in my last video, and that's something I plan to start doing more and more and more as I can remember it. I'll probably just make a little note for myself and say, look, hey, don't forget to check the hangers, all right? The guys want to see it, all right? And I got no problem showing you the players that I got going up against, and there's nothing I love more than seeing a guy that has 4 bots in his hanger, the level 10, and he's coming in second place and just dealt out a whole ton of damage. Wow. I just can't fathom what that boy's going to be like when he gets up to MK212 with a totally decked out hanger. He's going to be a nightmare, okay? And there are a lot of good players in this game, a lot of players that are up and coming, all right? I've been with this game for almost 4 years, I guess, almost since the beginning, and I've been able to work my way up through the ranks. And I always see a brand new crop of players, a brand new breed of players coming up, working their way up through the ranks, all right, becoming your new top players. The rookies are no longer rookies. The rookies are now veterans, all right? So, and of course, we got a brand new crop coming in all the time. So we are looking forward to the cross-platform, being able to go up against iOS, and that's not to leave out anybody, all right, in the other two, in the, what is it? Facebook forum or the Amazon, I'm sure they got their good caliber players there. All right, any one of us can end up on any one platform, and that doesn't mean our skills any less just because we play on a different platform. All right, we could have the top player of this game sitting in Android, sitting in Amazon, and nobody will ever know it. All right, across platform eventually, where you would have everybody pitted against everybody, would show who would be the best of the best in this game. Wouldn't that be a sight to see? All right. Now, let's just move on a little bit further on down the line. Update 5.4. Let's talk about Update 5.4. It is going to be coming up in late September or early October. All right. Now, I don't remember exactly when, guys, that Halloween update starts. I'm not exactly quite sure on that. I'm not quite sure how close those two updates are going to be to each other, okay? If we have one coming in late September or early October, okay, when does the Halloween start? Does that start late October? The week before October, it runs in through the mid of October. I don't really recall. So those of y'all that can look that up, hit me up in the comment section and let me know how we worked this out last year, because I'm a little bit off as far as the timing. But we do know that update 5.4 is going to be coming, like I told you, late September, early October. And to my understanding, the leech will be there, which means we should have one more testing. I didn't receive any information on the testing this morning, which I normally bring y'all an early morning video regarding the testing and the changes that are going to be made and what's going to be on the test. I did not receive anything this morning. Not sure they're testing it. They may have the numbers they like. All right, they may have found something that was good for them. That they think that the leech is going to be where it needs to be at. That remains to be seen. They did talk about the 3 bots that they did release, all right, and I brought that to you guys early in the rumor, which was the Behemoth, the Phantom, and the Leech. Now, Behemoth, no doubt, is a sniper bot. It is a camper bot, all right. It's made to sit in the background and just shred people. And if you're running 4 fluxes with all the bells and whistles, you're gonna do some damage, okay. The Phantom was really more designed to be a type of a troll bot. Okay, and I got something that I'm going to tie into all this. So y'all just bear with me and hear me out. The Phantom was designed to be a troll bot, okay? But with the resistance it was given, okay, and then you tack on the new modules that are out there, the player skills and the active modules and the phase shift and all these other things to go with it, all right? Plus this ability to teleport. The Phantom is not just a trolling bot, guys. That sucker is a beast. All right, it is a force to be reckoned with. You're gonna start seeing these bad boys tie into the game a lot more. Now, the Leech bot is supposed to be the powerhouse bot. That is the one that's supposed to deal the most significant amount of damage, and we're gonna have to wait and see how that all pans out. I still foresee the Phantom being the stronger of the 3, but hey, we test these things, okay, and we test these things at a level 8, and this has been my gripe for some time, and I bring it up just about every test server. And I bring it up every time I leave feedback, okay, that I'm not a very big fan of testing things at level 8. Okay, now level 8 to the developers is the optimal testing level. Bots level 8, weapons level 8, okay? But when we test things at this level, you know, we're missing out on what that bot will become, all right? You know, it's a mid-tier, mid-range level, okay? But once you take that sucker all the way up to MK212 and you give it that extra 20%, all right, and it does have maxed out pilots, all right, it does have maxed out modules, and it does have all kinds of crazy player skills, and it does have all of the available active modules, okay? Now, we've been testing the Leech, but there has been no phase shift on any of these testings, all right? And that's what kind of throws me off. Why is the phase shift being left out? We got to be able to test this thing at maximum capacity, all right, and see what type of animal this thing is going to become. How is it going to hold up in the game, all right? Now, I understand the reasoning behind testing at an optimal level of testing, but what I want to see is how deadly is that thing going to be. Had we been testing the Phantom at MK212, all the bells and whistles, everything maxed out, we know exactly what we'd be coming into in the game, all right? And it wasn't good. I mean, it was just supposed to be a troll bot. Well, it's not. It's a monster, right? It's a little itty-bitty teleporting resistance smackdown monster. And it will kick your ass from left to right, Sunday through Monday, all day long, all right? So get ready for them, guys. Phantoms are coming onto the field, and they are a force to be reckoned with. I like it. I'm waiting to get my own, and when I do, I will dick that sucker out. And who's going to be removed? We're probably going to remove this monster right here, okay? The spider's probably going to hit the sidelines. Those guns are going to come off of there. They're going to go on to the Phantom, and I will be having all kinds of fun with all the stuff I have right now. The next one to hit the bench will probably be that Ares right there, okay? I got to find a different setup. I've been wanting to bring a tier in, but I don't know. Like I said, we're limited on the amount of slots we have. I would like to see the 6th slot added to this, okay? But with some type of balancing as far as what bots you could put in it, okay? Having, 6 Phantoms or 6 Ares or 6 of any one particular bot, I think they need to have some type of restriction on what type of bots or the amount of bots you can put in a hangar. That is just my opinion, guys. Y'all come up with your own, all right? Some of you guys that run full decked out hangars are not going to like that idea, and I understand, all right? those of y'all that have to go up against the full decked out hangers are gonna love that idea, and that's just that's just the way the ball bounces. But that's gonna be something for the developers to handle. All right. Let me jump over my notes real quick. All right, guys. Yes. Last but not least, let's talk about this for just a minute. We've been wanting maps. We've been talking about maps, and we've been going over all kinds of stuff. I've had videos saying, hey, man, create a map. Give me your idea on a map. And we have everything from Egypt to New York City to Las Vegas to Mars to Amazon jungles. My boy Shay out there went out there and actually designed a map with a a Mayan pyramid and the Amazon River running through it with healing and all kinds of stuff. Really great ideas from the players. All kinds of cool stuff has come up. Now, we were not supposed to get any maps for 2019. All right, we got 3 maps last year. I think we should have got 3 maps this year. I think the game with maps needs to be ever evolving, just as much as the bots and weapons are constantly evolving. We need to evolve the maps. Now, they are talking about restructuring the current maps that they do have right now, but we're not going to get any new maps. But now, according to the developers live stream, and I did pick up on this right away, and they did bring out a little video, and I'm going to show you a video in just a minute, and then we'll go over it. All right, they made the impossible possible. All right, so if you make the impossible possible, that means you can do that in just about any state of the game that you want. All right, I think we need to have more maps. I think they need to come up with at least 1, maybe 2. Now, the map that they came up with, guys, is going to be set for the arena. And I think it's only going to be available in the update. And then they're going to pull it out. And they're going to gauge you guys' feedback, all right? How much did you like this? Does this need to be a part of the game? I would love to see a 1v1 section of the game other than setting it up in a custom match, okay? At one time I was 1v1ing all the time, and it was always a custom match. All right, and it got to the point where I was 1v1ing so much that I never played the game anymore. I never ran squads. And I was getting 0 silver, 0 gold. All right, and the list of challengers went on for miles. All right, there was always a new challenger coming up and telling me how bad they were going to kick my ass and how much I suck, and they see my videos and I got nothing, and just barking out all kinds of hate, trying to get a rise out of me to accept the challenge, and then I accept the challenge, go out there and do what I do, and I did all right. But the fact of the matter is, and it wasn't ending with one game. That one guy would want to play 3, 4, 5 games. Well, that's a hell of a long time, when it comes to it. So a 1v1 in an arena is cool, all right? But players are going to want to bring their roster. So how is this all going to work? How is this all going to play out? Is it going to be a preset hanger, or kind of like what we had in arena before, where these are your bots choices and these are the weapon choices, and that's it. That's all you got, all right? So if you are a support player, okay? I'm not talking about a capper. I'm talking about a mid-range support player, and you get thrusted in there with brawling bots, okay? That's not going to be your setup. That is not your cup of tea, all right? It's not what you're good at, all right? If you're a brawler and you get thrown in there with a mid-range map or mid-range weapons, okay? You're used to brawling. Mid-range weapons are not your style, okay? You're not good at them. And not to say that people that are mid-range cannot brawl, because they can. All right, there's a lot of weapons out there that are set up for mid-range support and can instantly turn into brawlers, scourges, sparks, calamities, just to start it off with. All right, there's a lot of other weapons that come into play. But how is this all going to work out? Number 2, most importantly, what are the rewards going to be? Okay, how much gold? Are we actually going to get silver? Are they going to be power cells? How does this play out? Now, a 1v1 mod, I think, would be awesome. I think it would need its own bracket. Let's find out who is the badass in this game. I would love to find that out, and I would love to play him repeatedly, But at the end of that match, give me a little bit of silver, give me a little bit of gold, give me a little bit of power cells, give me something for my time spent in the mod, all right? We get rewarded in every other mod, even the skirmish, which is very minimal. And I'm not looking to jump into a 1v1 regularly, all right, to receive a very low payout. Okay, when The actual grind of the game is never ending, all right? Silver need is never ending. Gold need is never ending. So, yeah, it might be fun to play for a couple of rounds, but it's not something that I'm really looking forward to getting into if it's not beneficial to the structure of my hanger, to the progressing of my hanger. Okay, I'm gonna play a few of them. Yeah, okay, cool. It was fun. I kicked your butt. You kicked my butt. You know, thumbs up to both of us. Let's go enjoy a beer afterwards. But at the end of the day, we gotta get paid. Gotta get paid. All right, or otherwise, it just ain't worth it. It really ain't. You know, and that's my 2 cents. In the comment section below, all of y'all give me your 2 cents on that. All right. Now let's go ahead and jump over. This is gonna be the developer stream, and I'm gonna play a quick segment of the video, and then I'll be pausing it right after that. So let's go and jump over, take a look at it. I'm gonna shut my mouth and let y'all watch it, and then we'll go over just a bit. And that was it right there, guys. Okay, my screen's gonna reload. That's not a problem. That is the map. From what I could gather, that looked like a very, very small map. Okay, that looked like that map was no bigger than 200 meters, maybe 250 max. There, a lot of structure. All right, a lot of places to use tactical play, but nobody really being able to hide. You know, 1,000 meters back, cooking you up with fluxes as you try to make your way in. I do like the fact that it's the way it is set up. I love everything about it. I look forward to doing 1v1s and going up against some of the top players out there. All right, or just any players, you know, that we get to match against. It's going to be fun. But at the end of the day, like I said, is the payout going to be worth the time? And we're going to have to wait and see on that. I don't have any information. I'll be digging into that just a little bit more to see what it comes up with. But that doesn't get me off topic of wanting more maps for the regular mods, okay? The regular modes. I still like to see that New York City come into play. I like to see what they can do. Maybe come Christmas. They didn't just dream this map up, guys, overnight. This had to be in the works for some time. It takes a lot of work going into making this stuff, okay? So they have been planning this for a while, and it's probably started about the same time that we started crying about maps and wanting new maps, okay? So, like my boy said, we made the impossible possible. Well, if that's the case, then make it possible for a few more maps, all right? And let's see how all this plays out. Look forward to your comment section, guys. I'm sorry I did not bring you a video earlier yesterday. I was supposed to be bringing you guys the team deathmatch with the Deathwing. Was not able to get around to it. Work is playing into all this, and I'm trying to budget my time to stay up to date with you guys, all right? So I hope y'all be patient with me, okay? Also, those of y'all, and of course I do know that sometimes I have lag and choppiness on my videos, but y'all still stick around. Y'all still give me your feedback and your comments. And those of y'all that let me know about lag, yes, I know that the lag is there, and I know that sometimes it could be the servers, and a lot of times it could be my device, okay? Now, I am in the process of getting this new Galaxy Tab 6, and I'm not promoting anything on the Galaxy Tab 6. I'm not, there's not promotion for them. This has just been a while of me doing shopping around and finally coming to a selection of a tablet that I think is going to replace the one that I have. That Galaxy Tab 6 looks like a monster. I was going with the S4 right before they announced that the Tab S6 is coming out, and it's going to have all the bells and whistles, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage. Compared to what I'm on right now, it is, it is the future for me, So I'm really looking forward to that. In the comment section, guys, hit me up on everything I just talked about right now. Let me know what y'all think. Give me your thoughts. Give me your feedback. I'll always look forward to it. The interaction with you guys is the best part of YouTubing for me. All right? This is why I do it. I love it. I love the interaction. I love the conversations. Those of y'all that want to be toxic, get prepared to get deleted, all right, and kicked. I ain't going to be messing with y'all too much. We don't have room for toxic people on this channel. You want to be toxic? Take your ass over to Facebook and enjoy it over there. Don't be bringing it to this channel, all right? Guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button. Also, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of the stuff we're going to have coming up here. And Halloween is right around the corner, right? And if you did like this video, guys, knock the hell out of the like. I really do appreciate it, and it does help me out. And until we talk again, boys, this is Islander signing out.